Hey everybody, it's Josh here from Sales Mentor. I hope you're doing well. I'm still in London, so I'm still in London for the next few days for the Casual Connect conference, which is one of the biggest, if not the biggest conference for the mobile game space in Europe. I was thinking today about what sort of content to put on this channel, because everything so far is driven around practical tips that I can give you that you can quite literally implement, on the day to positively influence and affect your progress as a salesperson. But there's one thing that I haven't touched on yet that I think is singly the most important factor, not just to close deals. It's not a sales tip as such, but something that really will affect your career, your life, everything that you do, and that's mindset. Now, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not professionally qualified to advise anybody or really sort of coach you through the sort of process of adopting the right mindset for success. But I am experienced. I've got 8 years of real live sales experience, starting right from the bottom as a sales rep. I've sold events. I've sold lipsticks. I've sold marketing products. I've sold print solutions, mobile marketing services. You name it. I've kind of been through 1,000,001 different industries. I've failed a bunch of times. I've learned a lot. I've worked alongside some of the most successful salespeople, business people, especially in Europe, but even globally. And I've travelled the world, going to a pile of different events, and probably over the years, especially the last 2 years, have generated in sales revenue well in excess of 10 million pounds for the few different companies that I work for and I own. And what I really put the success down to is mindset. It's not that I'm this silver-tongued exceptional salesperson. It's not that I have this God-given ability to make people want to buy from me. I've obviously acquired skills. I've put the time into learning the different techniques that are there. But I think the one thing that separated me, and the one thing that will separate you from your competitors, is your level of focus. Now, the really hard part to envision, especially when you're a sales rep and you've got really ambitious targets and you're 1,000,000 miles away, it's really, really hard to actually envision what the right mindset is. And for me, it took me years. It's probably only been the last sort of 24 months that I've really been able to hone my focus in to a completely different level. Now, people ask me, how do you do it? And there's no sort of magic spray. There's no simple solution that I can give you that's going to put you in the right frame of mind. But what I want to sort of make you understand is there's one real thing that will ultimately take your mindset from here to here, and that really is your purpose. You need to truly understand the reasoning and the why that you're doing everything, and that's the thing that will keep you up at night, wake you up in the morning, that real sense of purpose. Because so many times I look on Instagram, I look on social media, and I see all of these salespeople driving flash cars. Everything has kind of been diluted to this over glamorous, false pretend reality, when in retrospect, a real life of a salesperson is not just glitz and glamour. Look where I am. I'm in an average hotel. I don't need to drive Ferraris. The reality is you have very little time for the glitz and the glamour when you're actually in your sales career. Obviously, we're all in sales because we're driven by money in the long term. Vision is to acquire enough wealth to be able to purchase all the good things, but Nothing like that happens overnight, especially not for 99.9% of us. But the reason that it will happen for you, and irrespective of your current level of ability, the one thing that I can promise you is if you seriously adopt the right mindset, you attain that level of focus that isn't temporary, that isn't short bursts of output, that really allows you to sustain intense work, focused work, efficient work, effective work, not just for 1 hour, for 12 hours, for 14 hours, for 16 hours, 7 days a week, for 12 months, for 24 months, for 36 months. That's the real time that you'll start seeing results. You need to really, really work on focusing. You need to work on eliminating the distractions. You need to really work on honing your whole mindset around what you want to achieve. Success doesn't come like that. The world is a crazy place, but the world certainly isn't crazy enough yet to give handouts to people that simply want to be successful. It unfortunately doesn't work like that as a general rule of thumb. Otherwise, we'd all be well off, right? So what you need to do to really outshine your competitors is work more. The one thing that I've seen working alongside some of the top guys, some of the real top guys, and this is a pattern for all of the high performers that I've ever met. The thing that they do that nobody else does is work more. They have a completely different level of output than what anybody else actually does. Now, the way that I've kind of coached myself into this, and when I say it, I certainly don't mean this in sort of the Darren Brown, dynamo, magician kind of way. You need to hypnotize yourself. And when I say that, people think that, it's impossible. So what I'm not saying is, cast a spell, get a wand, sit here, say some random words for a minute, and by click you'll be a different person. Absolutely not. You need to find out how you can do this for you. I can't tell you how to do this. You need to really find your why. Find your purpose. Is it money? Is it freedom? Is it providing for your family? Is there something that you want to achieve? If so, why? Find the reason that you're going to wake up at 5 every morning. Find the reason that you're not going to go to bed till 12 every single night. Find the reason, find your purpose, and when you find that, you will really then see what output is. Because I guarantee you, until that moment, you will not even understand truly what high output is. I see people all the time saying that they're on the hustle, they're on the grind, and it's this Instagram grind, it's this bullshit grind, it's this, I'm working for half an hour, but I've got enough time to take 10 Instagram pictures. The really successful people work for 12 hours a day and they haven't got time to blow their nose. And that's the truth. That really is the truth. You need to be really prepared to disengage from your social life. And I'm not saying be a complete recluse, but don't drink every Friday, don't go out on the weekends. If you're serious, if you are as serious as you're telling yourself that you are, you need to seriously sacrifice. There's a saying that pay the price today so you can pay any price tomorrow, and it couldn't be more true. You need to be prepared to lose everything in order to potentially win everything. That's the real lesson here. You need to be prepared to give everything up in order to attain everything that you want. So yeah, try to find your why. It might not happen overnight. This really is something that I was searching for a long time, and it took me years and years and years. And like I said, it's only really been 2 years ago that I was able to truly understand what my purpose was. What was I truly passionate about? What was the real thing that was going to keep me up at night, wake me up in the morning, and make sure that I was able to completely outwork everybody else that I was competing with. I work easy 16 hours a day, and it isn't bullshit. That's the reality. It's when I say 16 hours, I physically mean 16 hours. I don't mean 6 hours. I mean 16 hours, 12 hours on the weekends. I guarantee you that most of you don't. And if you do, I guarantee that most of it is completely inefficient work. You need a completely different level of production to be a real high performer. If you want to earn 6 figures, if you want to earn 7 figures, the one thing that you can do to give yourself the best chance, seriously, is do more. So think about it. Evaluate what your purpose is. Think about what you're truly passionate about. What is it that you want to achieve? And then you need to completely focus around achieving that. And that, when you find it, will honestly give you the biggest step up that you could ever ask for. Sorry, my battery. my battery went in, so I couldn't quite see the screen. But that's it for me for tonight. As you can see, I'm pretty haggard. But that is real life on the road. You know, this isn't a Barbie life. This isn't the Instagram bullshit that you're gonna see. You know, this is real life in an average hotel, working 16 hours a day, looking like dog shit most evenings. That's the reality. But the truth is, you know, I'm on the right path. I'm achieving. I'm certainly not where I need to be, but I'm definitely heading in the right direction. And if that's what you guys are serious about doing, then you need to really, really do what I'm saying. Find your purpose, and don't just work 1 hour a day. Work every hour in the day. It's as simple as that. Have a good evening, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.